Hi, and welcome back to Wapello County Conservation's educational video series. Today, on this beautiful, hot, sunny day, we are out here again at the Eddyville Sand Dunes. And today, we're going to talk to you about this unique little plant, the prickly pear cactus. Now, this type of cactus, as well as other types of cactus, really enjoy well-drained soils and pretty full sun. Not a lot of shades, very good for this cactus. This type of cactus is found from New Mexico all the way up to Montana, and then from there it goes eastwards towards the coast. And this cactus does need well-drained soil. If the soil's not well-drained, the roots can actually rot from too much moisture. Obviously, it's not going to grow very well. And it does need full sun, hot conditions. And then these pads right here are actually photosynthetic. They act as a leaf for the cactus. This pad also acts as water storage because these cactuses live in well-drained soil areas. There's not a lot of moisture in the ground, so they do need that extra water storage. They also contain antifreeze chemicals, so when it gets super cold in the winter, these cactuses don't die out, which is why they can live in places like Montana or even Iowa where our winters are colder. And then as you can see, these little pointed structures on the cactus are called areoles. They contain little barbed hairs that are super fine. They break off easy. They're called glochids. And these glochids are very irritating to the skin. And since they're so fine hair-like, they're terrible to try and get out. So if you come out here looking for the prickly pear cactus, make sure you wear long socks, hiking boots, pants, and try not to touch the cactus too close because you will get some glochids in there, and they are irritating to the skin and hard to get out. And this cactus here doesn't have them, but typically coming out of the areoles are also longer spines. The spines don't typically grow in younger cactuses, which is why I'm guessing this one doesn't have any. These spines help keep wildlife from eating this cactus. So since this is a younger cactus, it might get picked on a little bit by wildlife, but since it does still have glochids, most animals aren't going to mess with it. One species of wildlife out here at the Eddyville Sand Dunes definitely eats this cactus, and that would be our ornate box turtle out here. They love to chew on these blossoms. These blossoms bloom from about June to July, and they're typically pretty bright colored. You've got a couple different color variations. This one that I'm sitting next to is very bright yellow. However, they range from bright yellow with a little bit of orange in the middle. Sometimes they've got deep red in the middle. It's a lot of variation in these cactus blooms. So come out here and see what kind of different variations you can find. And since these flowers are so bright, they do attract a lot of pollinators. You got bees, beetles, butterflies. They all love these blooming cactus. As you can see, these little attachments here on the bottom of the blossom, that would be the prickly pear cactus fruit. Now, when this fruit is ripe, it turns a bright red. You can eat this fruit. It is edible. However, you're going to want to take very good caution that you get all the spines and bristles out. You don't want to try to be eating it when you could be getting poked and prodded in your mouth. It's not going to be a good time, and it wouldn't be a very good thing to swallow. You can eat the fruit raw, or you can boil it, either way. But I have read that this prickly pear cactus fruit is not very sweet. It's kind of bitter tasting, but it also can be used in syrups. You can go to the grocery store and find prickly pear syrup, so it might be something to try out. A lot of Native Americans actually use this prickly pear cactus fruit to make candy. They made chewing gum out of it. They would boil it down and kind of mash it into an almost applesauce type consistency. Down in the Southwest, people actually use the prickly pear cactus fruit to thicken soups. Another thing that the Native Americans use this cactus for is when the spines are there and the cactus is old, they actually would take the spines off and use them as needles. Alright, and that's a wrap on our educational video about the prickly pear cactus. So throw on some long pants, hiking boots, find yourself a sunny day, and come out here and find all the different variations of this prickly pear cactus blooming that we've got out here. Just again, be careful of the glochids and spines, but this is a really unique, cool plant that you don't get to see in a lot of areas in Iowa, so make sure you come out here and you get yourself a really good look at this prickly pear cactus.